Hello?
Oh, hi. So, how are you holding up? Because I'm a potato. Oh, good. My slow clap processor made it into this thing, so we have that. Since it doesn't look like we're going anywhere, well, we are going somewhere, alarmingly fast actually. But since we're not busy other than that, here's a couple of facts. He's not just a regular moron. He's the product of the greatest minds of a generation, working together with the express purpose of building the dumbest moron who ever lived. And you just put him in charge of the entire facility. Good, that's still working. Hey, just in case this pit isn't actually bottomless, do you think maybe you could unstrap one of those long fall boots of yours and shove me into it? Just remember to land on one foot.
Wow! That was a huge fall! Hey! That birdie just took GLaDOS away! Well, probably for the best. So, GLaDOS has been turned into a potato? And we've fallen miles and miles down beneath the Aperture laboratories. And this place is a wreck! I guess no one's been here for a long time. Well, except for that bird. What's that bird doing down here anyway? How is it surviving? It needs a food source, and I doubt potatoes fall down here very often. I wonder where potato GLaDOS has been taken. How ironic that the mighty GLaDOS should fall so far and become a potato. She's lost everything. All her power, all of her control, gone. But now Wheatley is in control of the whole facility. But he's turned against us. I like Wheatley. I don't want him to be our enemy. Maybe once we get back to the surface, it'll all be alright again. But I don't know. The minute he got all that power, he seemed to go slightly crazy. Doing evil laughs and stuff. Wow, look at this place. Quite creepy. Keep out. Do not enter. Urgh. I'm intrigued. Those are my favourite signs to ignore. How do I get in? Condemned testing area. Warning. This enrichment shaft may contain unsafe quantities of cosmic ray spallation elements. Ooh, how interesting. I want to go in. But unfortunately, admittance to authorized personnel only. Apparently. Ooh. Seems kind of weird with no one talking to me. This must be the most I've actually spoken in this entire Let's Play. This is my moment. And I can't figure out where I'm going. Oh, wait, there we are. Ah. And now, we're on the other side. Oh, jump over that, doesn't look safe. So, apparently, down here, I'm at risk of being affected by cosmic rays. But it's a risk I'm going to have to take, because I don't want to stay down here forever. Then again, it might be alright. Apparently birds can survive down here, and it's surprisingly well lit. This is like an abandoned section far beyond the reach of the testing areas. And yet, the lights are still on. Just imagine how much electricity Aperture Science have been wasting over the years. Just ignoring all these signs. Wow. This place is very different from the rest of the game. It's a pity one of my portals isn't still upstairs. Otherwise we could just place a portal down here, walk through it, and there we are back with Wheatley. We'd have a nice big talk with him. Not that Chell really says very much. Ooh. What's this? I wonder where we are. Wow. A giant vault. Look at this thing. It's massive. It could put the vaults in Fallout 3 to shame. Now, where do I have to go next? What's this place? Let's try and get up here. Ooh. Oh, there's another one on the other side. I'm guessing we have to press another button over there. And do it nice and quickly, because we only have 3 seconds to do it. And we can't go this way. Damn. Okay, fine. I'll just have to place a yellow portal here. Then reposition it to the other side. We'll press the button. Come on, nice and quickly. And we made it! Whoa. Ooh, I wonder what things this vault could be hiding. Wait, is that a little tiny door? This massive, huge, giant vault has been hiding a little tiny door. Really? That just seems a little bit unnecessary. Now, where are we this time? Urgh. Do not lean on the railing. Okay, but I must! Ow, didn't do anything. Okay, let's go and explore. We have curious, inquisitive music going on. And this place seems to be falling apart. It's all unstable. Wow. Look at this place. I guess we have to try and climb up there, maybe? Whoa. Oh, what's this? I shall look at that in a second. A giant Aperture Science sign falling into the water. So this area must have been important once. I'm just going to check out these doors first, before I move on. Nope. Notice experiment discontinued to test chambers 1 to 200. How long have Aperture Science been doing this? Underground train? Ha! Trains are obsolete. I have portals. Ooh. What's in here?
Welcome, gentlemen, to Aperture Science. Astronauts, war heroes, Olympians, you're here because we want the best. And you are it. So, who's ready to make some science?
I am.
Now, you already met one another on the limo ride over, so let me introduce myself. I'm Cave Johnson. I own the place. That eager voice you heard is the lovely Carolyn, my assistant. Rest assured, she has transferred your honorarium to the charitable organization of your choice. Isn't that right, Carolyn?
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson.
She's the backbone of this facility. Pretty as a postcard, too. Sorry, fellas. She's married. To science.
Wow. That was amazing! Cave Johnson. I recognize his voice actor. That's J. Jonah Jameson from the Spider-Man films. Absolutely perfectly cast. And Carolyn. I've never heard the pronunciation Carolyn. I've heard Caroline, not Carolyn. But if that's her name, I shall say Carolyn from now on. We heard of Carolyn from the turret. Her name is Carolyn, don't forget. Welcome to the future of tomorrow, Aperture Science Innovators. Established in 1947. So it's been going a while. And Cave Johnson was the boss. He was in charge. Before they invented GLaDOS. All of the lifts are out of order. Typical. Maybe we can try and get to there. But how? This sort of thing over here looks a bit suspicious. So maybe, if we go up here, we can try and put a portal on this sort of weird ledge thing. Let's try this, because that looks out of place. Ah, there we go. Now where are we?
There's 1,000 tests performed every day here in our enrichment spheres. I can't personally oversee every one of them, so these pre-recorded messages will cover any questions you might have and respond to any incidents that may occur in the course of your science adventure. Your test assignment will vary depending on the manner in which you have bent the world to your will. Those of you helping us test the repulsion gel today, just follow the blue line on the floor. Those of you who volunteered to be injected with praying mantis DNA, I've got some good news and some bad news. Bad news is we're postponing those tests indefinitely. Good news is we've got a much better test for you. Fighting an army of mantis men. Pick up a rifle and follow the yellow line. You'll know when the test starts.
Praying mantis men? Wow. What's this? Local entrepreneur by salt mine. The future is here and it's under the Earth's crust, says Science Maverick. Best new science company, Aperture Science 1947. And National Potato Board Award for the promotion of potato science. Wow! 1955. Cave Johnson, shower curtain salesman. 1943. So that's how he started out, as a shower curtain salesman. And then he became second, Aperture Science second, and runner-up of the top 100 science companies. Second, runner-up 1954 and 1952. But Aperture Science created a portal gun. How on earth could they be second? From his humble beginnings as a shower curtain salesman, he's worked his way up. Aperture Science has created some pretty interesting things. I'm not entirely sure when Portal is supposed to be set, but I always assumed it was supposed to be set in the far future. Maybe not. I mean, just look at what they've got. They've got AI, they've got GLaDOS, they've got cores, they've got portal guns, they've got all kinds of amazing things. The emancipation grills, the turrets, all invented by Aperture. And apparently they're second. Well, I don't agree with that. Because a portal gun would revolutionize the world. Transport would become obsolete. I want a portal gun.
No. If you've cut yourself at all in the course of these tests, you might have noticed that your blood is pure gasoline. That's normal. We've been shooting you with an invisible laser that's supposed to turn blood into gasoline, so all that means is it's working.
What? So they've been finding new forms of fuel too?
No. If you need to go to the bathroom after this next series of tests, please let a test associate know, because in all likelihood, whatever comes out of you is going to be coal. Only temporary, so do not worry. If it persists for a week, though, start worrying and come see us, because that's not supposed to happen.
Scary.
No. Just a heads up, we're going to have a superconductor turned up full blast and pointed at you for the duration of this next test. I'll be honest, we're throwing science at the wall here to see what sticks. No idea what it'll do. Probably nothing. Best case scenario, you might get some superpowers. Worst case, some tumors, which we'll cut out.
Superpowers? I want superpowers! So I think we need to propel ourselves all the way over there. So we're going to need to find a drop somewhere. Well, if Cave Johnson is anything to go by, Aperture Science has always been slightly kooky and eccentric. Now, I'm trying to find a place where we can drop. Oh, wait. Ah, there we are. Whoa! Oh, bugger! I forgot to replace my portal. Stupid me. Okay, we need a portal up there. But first, let's get back to the other side. And this time, we'll remember to put our portal back in the right place. So we want portal up there. And we're going to place a portal down here. Oh dear. Oops. What? Still made it. Pump Station Alpha. I wonder what we're going to find in here. Know your allergens. Pollen, animal dander, plastics, and antimatter. Huh. Well, at least they put up a sign. Health and safety. It's a good thing I'm wearing these long fall boots, because without them, I would be in trouble. I went to something just the other day, which was really big on its health and safety. We had to have a health and safety talk before we could actually do anything. You get put in a harness, and you're basically ziplining through the trees, really, really high up. You have carabiners and various other safety attachments, and if you don't listen to the health and safety warnings, you could end up dead. But you'll be glad to know that I am an excellent listener. I'm not dead! And I had a really good time swinging through the trees and doing some incredibly dangerous stuff which will make my nan worry like anything. Those are always the best kind of things to do. Ah, look, there you are. Safety first. Together we can make 1956 the lowest unexpected casualty annum ever. There's been hardly any casualties anyway for ages because everyone's dead. Except for me.
They say great science is built on the shoulders of giants. Not here. At Aperture, we do all our science from scratch. No hand-holding.
Yeah! That's why Aperture Science should be first. Now what's next? Ooh. Ah!
All right, let's get started. This first test involves something the lab boys call repulsion gel. You're not part of the control group, by the way. You get the gel. Last poor son of a gun got blue paint. All joking aside, that did happen. Broke every bone in his legs. Tragic, but informative. Or so I'm told.
So I guess this is the first portal gun. Huge! Okay, repulsion gel was Aperture's first attempt to create a dietetic pudding substitute. It's true, the gel was a sweeter, slightly less non-toxic form of fiberglass insulation that caused subsequently ingested food items to bounce off the lining of the dieter's distended stomach and out of his or her mouth. For various reasons, this product was pulled from the shelves. Huh. Ooh, what's all this? This must be the repulsion gel. I wonder what it does. We're not going to eat it. Okay, we need to get up there somehow. Are we... Ah! So we can jump on it. Ooh! It makes us jump higher, like a bouncy castle. And it makes a pretty sound. Nice. So this is one of Aperture Science's early experiments. Repulsion gel which makes you jump. I wonder. Woohoo! See, that is brilliant. Probably not a great idea that you eat it, but I can see how it's supposed to work. Probably a little bit unpleasant. So the dieters starved to death. At least they reached their weight loss goal.
The lab boys just informed me that I should not have mentioned the control group. They're telling me I ought to stop making these pre-recorded messages. That gave me an idea. Make more pre-recorded messages. I pay the bills here, I can talk about the control group all damn day.
I like him. He's honest. Now, this sign says to the next test chambers this way, but the bridge is ruined. So I guess we'll have to go this way. Really, we're quite lucky to be having this nice small modern portal gun. Just imagine having to use the one back in the 50s. Again, look at this. The old sort of computers and old style telephones. They've captured the aesthetic of the era, which is something I also like from Fallout 3. I loved the retro-futurism approach.
For this next test, we put nanoparticles in the gel. In layman's terms, that's a billion little gizmos that are going to travel into your bloodstream and pump experimental genes and RNA molecules and so forth into your tumors. Now, maybe you don't have any tumors. Well, don't worry. If you sat on a folding chair in the lobby and weren't wearing lead underpants, we took care of that too.
Oh, thanks. Aperture is full of surprises. I guess if you're made to sign anything when you become a test subject, you have to read the very, very, very small print hidden in the full stop of the third sentence on the fourth paragraph. I like this music. It's quite relaxing and fun. Let's try and land on this moving platform all the way over there. Okay, here it comes, and drop! Oh, we've got a cube. And we need to put it over here. It's amazing how everything down here is still working. I've only just noticed the wood grain on the cube. It's just a reinforced wooden crate. Not quite as pretty as the contemporary companion cubes of today, but it does the job. Now, what's that done? Oh, wait. Ah. It moved that thing around, revealing a surface that we could place a portal on. And I think I know what we have to do next. We have to climb up there and then bounce on the repulsion gel. All right. Get ready and jump. Nice. Right, I think I see where this is going. We're going to have to try and rebound from one side of the wall to the other. Okay, whoa. That looks like fun. Okay, let's try and make it all the way across to get this cube. And it's mine. Brilliant. I reckon we're doing pretty well so far. We'll just plonk this on here, which will reveal another surface for us to portal up here. There we go. And oh wait, this'll work, hopefully. And we can now gain access to the exit. There we go.
Oh, in case you got covered in that repulsion gel, here's some advice the lab boys gave me. Do not get covered in the repulsion gel. We haven't entirely nailed down what element it is yet, but I'll tell you this, it's a lively one, and it does not like the human skeleton.
You're telling me this now? Ah.
All these science spheres are made of asbestos, by the way. Keeps out the rats. Let us know if you feel a shortness of breath, a persistent dry cough, or your heart stopping, because that's not part of the test. That's asbestos. Good news is the lab boys say the symptoms of asbestos poisoning show a median latency of 44.6 years. So if you're 30 or older, you're laughing. Worst case scenario, you miss out on a few rounds of canasta. Plus, you forwarded the cause of science by 3 centuries. I punch those numbers into my calculator, it makes a happy face.
Happy faces are good. Well, you're gonna die anyway, you may as well die doing science. And when I die, I should donate my body to science. It's okay, I don't need it. Because really, I have a choice. My brain could be in a ditch somewhere, buried underground. It could be cremated, burnt to a crisp. Or it could be in a jar, connected to wires. And then people could talk to me and, consult me for my wisdom and, wheeled out at ceremonies and have battles of wit with the other brains. I think life as a brain would be a pretty good life.
I like your style. You make up your own rules, just like me. Bean Counter said I couldn't fire a man just for being in a wheelchair. Did it anyway. Ramps are expensive.
Well, you could have given him a desk job. But I know what you mean. You need an efficient workforce. I mean, where I work, there are short people, and they can't reach the high shelves. They have to ask someone tall like me to go and do it for them. That makes me more qualified than them. Sometimes in life you have to be a certain height to make a difference. Because in this life, reaching high shelves is important. It's not throwing the one ring into Mount Doom. Us lanky people need to gather together and enforce our superiority onto the smaller people, you know, because if they started getting wise, they might start attacking our knees and kicking our shins. The small people will rise up, the shelves will be lowered, there'll be no need for lanky people anymore, and the tall humans will die out. They'll have no place in the world anymore. And then the small people will have small children, and they'll have small children, and they'll have small children, until eventually they're so small they get eaten by ants. So there you have it. That's why you need big people, because without big people to reach high shelves, you'll eventually evolve to the point where you get eaten by ants. It's obvious, really. That's the science of deduction, and science is what we're here to do. So we've made a path of the repulsion gel, so we should be able to make our way across. Now we want to get up there, so we'll put a bit more over here. Here we are. Nice. What's up here? Okay, we've gone through the Emancipation Grill, so we need to put another portal over here. Ah. So we need to try and propel ourselves all the way over there. I don't think we can reach it just doing this. Nope. We'll have to fling ourselves. Oh no! I just got covered in blue stuff. Yuck! Wait a second. GLaDOS in Portal 1 said don't let the portal gun be immersed in liquid of any kind. And we just got covered in this gel stuff. Luckily, the portal gun seems to be okay, though. Right. I've got a plan. Let's see if this works. Nice.
Just a heads up, that coffee we gave you earlier had fluorescent calcium in it so we can track the neuronal activity in your brain. There's a slight chance the calcium could harden and vitrify your frontal lobe. Anyway, don't stress yourself thinking about it. I'm serious. Visualizing the scenario while under stress actually triggers the reaction.
I really wish you didn't say that. Now I'm going to be thinking about it. Then again, luckily I didn't drink any coffee, so I suppose I'm going to be okay. I just got a mouthful of repulsion gel instead. Okay, where are we now? Ooh.
Now, if you're part of Control Group Kepler-7, we implanted a tiny microchip about the size of a postcard into your skull. Most likely you've forgotten it's even there. But if it starts vibrating and beeping during this next test, let us know. Because that means it's about to hit 500 degrees, so we're going to need to go ahead and get that out of you pretty fast.
Ouch. That sounds quite painful. And it appears we can't place any of the repulsion gel over there, because that flowing water seems to wash it away. So we're going to have to try pressing this button, see what it does. There we go. Okay. And it stops the water. Right, so we can try and do this again. There we go. No problem.
I'm telling them, keep your pants on. All right, this next test may involve trace amounts of time travel. So, word of advice, if you meet yourself on the testing track, don't make eye contact. Lab boys tell me that'll wipe out time. Entirely. Forward and backward. So, do both of yourselves a favor and just let that handsome devil go about his business.
Right, so somehow we have to try and get up there. Let's try falling from up here. Whoa. No! No! Come on. I want to stand on... No! I want to stand on the ledge. Come on. Stop being difficult. Come on. You can do it. There we go. And now I'm going to place a portal on this thing. No. On this thing. And drop down. And propel ourselves into the repulsion gel. Did it? I don't believe there was any time travel involved. Everything seems to be moving in real time. What's this? You will be hurt. Co-workers, don't endanger others. The company, replacements are costly. Science, investigations, impede progress. How true. We could achieve so much with science, but oh no, you can't play God. Apparently. Well, there! I just jumped through a doorway separating two different locations separated by space-time. How do you like that, you epistemophobic fools? This humble shower curtain salesman mastered the art of potato science, and he has made a difference. And I think I'm going to need to try and put some blue repulsion gel onto that platform behind me. So let's make our way back up here and see if there's any way to do it. Ah, there we go. So we put one portal here and the other up here. There we go. And now we can propel ourselves onto that and we should rebound onto the upper platform. For science! We have made a difference! Although, now, we appear to be on a broken platform. Where do we go now? I don't see anywhere to jump to. Maybe back here? Are we meant to jump back down? No, surely not. I'm a bit confused. What is this? I'm not supposed to get confused. I don't like this. Sorry about this. Just, oh wait. Ah. There we go. Got there in the end.
If you're hearing this, it means you're taking a long time on the catwalks between tests.
Sorry.
The lab boys say that might be a fear reaction. I'm no psychiatrist, but coming from a bunch of eggheads who wouldn't recognize the thrill of danger if it had walked up and snapped their little pink bras, that sounds like projection. They didn't fly into space, storm a beach, or bring back the gold. No, sir, we did. It's you and me against the world, son. I like your grit. Hustle could use some work, though. Now let's solve this thing.
Yeah! I like Cave Johnson. He's good. Whoa. We've turned our cube into a bouncy ball. A cube-shaped ball. A sphere with corners. Right, okay, so this thing's going to bounce all over the place, so we need to get rid of the repulsion gel. I must say, though, I cannot praise this game enough. To me, this is what games should be. The characters and dialogue and story are so interesting and funny, and the puzzles. I really enjoy working them out. I'd actually go as far to say that I would name Portal as one of my favourite games. I'd put it up there with Final Fantasy VII. I could quite happily play this game if it went on and on, though I know from the chapters that we are at least over halfway. Now I need to try and get this cube off the button, and I think that we might be able to use the repulsion gel to make it bounce off. Maybe? Ha! See? That's logical.
Science isn't about why, it's about why not. Why is so much of our science dangerous? Why not marry safe science if you love it so much? In fact, why not invent a special safety door that won't hit you on the butt on the way out because you are fired? Now you, test subject, you're doing fine. Yes, you, box your stuff. Out the front door. Parking lot, car, goodbye.
That sounds very much like J. Jonah Jameson. He's a no-nonsense kind of guy.
Congratulations! The simple fact that you're standing here listening to me means you've made a glorious contribution to science. As founder and CEO of Aperture Science, I thank you for your participation and hope we can count on you for another round of tests. We're not going to release this stuff into the wild until it's good and damn ready, so as long as you keep yourself in top physical form, there'll always be a limo waiting for you. Say goodbye, Carolyn.
Goodbye, Carolyn.
She is a gem.
I like gems. I collected gems as Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon. There was a gem in my Sims Let's Play. I named one of my GFs Gem in my Final Fantasy VIII LP. There were gems in the Resident Evil games. It's just a common theme. So it appears that the original test subjects for Aperture Science were not prisoners. They were volunteers. How times have changed. Nah, what are we supposed to do here? I guess we have to try and get up there. Oh wait, here we go. I can't believe this. Good old Cave Johnson let people go. They made a valued contribution to science and then he said thank you and they went on their way. And this platform is higher. How are we going to get up there? The only way I can think of... Oh wait. I know. So, in here. And we have to try and aim for there. Here we go. Woohoo! Great! It worked. I knew it would. These are tried and tested methods. Physics. Physics, physics, physics. And I hope you're getting all this down. What have we just done? So these gel tube things seem to be leading upwards. So we've sent the gel up. But why? Ooh. It's unbelievable the extent of how big the Aperture laboratories are. It's massive. The control room.
Greetings, friend. I'm Cave Johnson, CEO of Aperture Science. You might know us as a vital participant in the 1968 Senate hearings on missing astronauts. And you've most likely used one of the many products we invented, but that other people have somehow managed to steal from us. Black Mesa can eat my bankrupt...
Sir, the testing?
Right. Now you might be asking yourself, Cave, just how difficult are these tests? What was in that phone book of a contract I signed? Am I in danger? Let me answer those questions with a question. Who wants to make $60? Cash. You can also feel free to relax for up to 20 minutes in the waiting room, which is a damn sight more comfortable than the park benches most of you were sleeping on when we found you. So, welcome to Aperture. You're here because we want the best, and you're it. Nope. Couldn't keep a straight face. Anyway, don't smudge up the glass down there. In fact, why don't you just go ahead and not touch anything unless it's test related.
Wow! $60? What an amazing opportunity. So, I guess most of the test subjects were homeless people. They contribute to science and they get to eat. Fair deal. I mean, what would you rather do? Stand around the streets begging all day, or do this? I would definitely rather do this. This is amazing. If this was all real, I would genuinely like to try and do a test chamber in real life. I bet that would be fun. Remember, if you see an orange jumpsuit, press the red button. The red button? Is there a red button? What's this? A secret door. Ah, more of these.
No. If you're allergic to peanuts, you might want to tell somebody now, because this next test may turn your blood into peanut water for a few minutes. On the bright side, if we can make this happen, they're going to have to invent a new type of Nobel Prize to give us, so hang in there.
Nice.
No. The average human male is about 60% water. As far as we're concerned, that's a little extravagant. So if you feel a bit dehydrated in this next test, that's normal. We're going to hit you with some jet engines and see if we can't get you down to 20 or 30%.
Good idea.
No. All right, we're working on a little teleportation experiment. Now, this doesn't work with all skin types, so try to remember which skin is yours, and if it doesn't teleport along with you, we'll do what we can to sew you right back into it.
Ah, they're so considerate. Where are we now? Ooh. Borealis. That's to do with auroras. Although, I believe that's a reference to Half-Life. As is Black Mesa, a rival company to Aperture Science. Cave Johnson doesn't like them. I suppose Black Mesa must be number one. Beating Aperture Science. How could they? Stealing their ideas and then taking first prize. Well, good for them. I'm sure they've got lots of lovely little projects going, but I bet they don't have cute turrets. Now, how do I get onto here? Right. Oh, wait. I've got an idea. So we'll place a portal there, and we'll drop down and totally miss the bottom. Let's try that again. So we put a portal up there. We've got to get back up to that platform again. And this time, we're not going to miss. Let's go. And we made it! Great.
Oh, hi. Say, you're good at murder. Could you, murder this bird for me? Ow.
GLaDOS?
Ow. No, wait. Oh, thanks. Did you feel that? That idiot doesn't know what he's doing up there. This whole place is going to explode in a few hours if somebody doesn't disconnect him. I can't move, and unless you're planning to saw your own head off and wedge it into my old body, you're going to need me to replace him. We're at an impasse. So what do you say? You carry me up to him and put me back into my body, and I stop us from blowing up and let you go.
Yeah, right.
No tricks. This potato only generates 1.1 volts of electricity. I literally do not have the energy to lie to you.
I'm going.
Even if I am lying, what do you have to lose? You're going to die either way. Look, I don't like this any more than you do. In fact, I like it less because I'm the one who got partially eaten by a bird.
Well... okay.
Ow! You stabbed me. What is wrong with you? Do you have a multimeter? Never mind. The gun must be part magnesium. It feels like I'm outputting an extra half a volt. Keep an eye on me. I'm going to do some scheming. Here I go. Whoa! Where are we? How long have I been out? That extra half volt helps, but it isn't going to power miracles. If I think too hard, I'm going to fry this potato before we get a chance to burn up in the atomic fireball that little idiot is going.
So we have to go and stop Wheatley. But can we trust GLaDOS? Somehow I don't think so. But we might need her. So now we've got Potato GLaDOS as our new friend.